The rain is falling. The fans are soaked. But here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really wanted him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Well, just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Jacobs again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Josh Jacobs halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Lions are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with the option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First down, here's Mitchell to about the 48-yard line. The Ravens sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And they were able to tough it out last week. A close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense.
They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
They spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They need 2. Here's third down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 97 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Past the 20. He's to the 15. 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Play action. Now Jackson on the move to his left. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 170 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. He's got room to roam. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Jacobs, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and 6. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Lions.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a force.
There he goes left side, inside the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Williams, a man in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout, and that indecision defense.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Drops this underneath. And it's a fumble.
Are you fucking?
That is not free, but a team comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Got it. Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 197 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And the Lions first down.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Here's second and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play, maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there, and you just...
That was just not a good throw.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Jackson now. To the right side, it's
Get the tackle him, you dumb fuck. God dang.
Closer to midfield across the 45.
Like, why would you let him just run out of bounds?
They'll come up second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll
Just
say
won't be
it's
it. Let him throw the ball.
Down a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Oh!
Take it on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here.
No, I had my own Apple ones.
What I call one of those calming drives.
Could add 2 of them. That's all right.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson.
He's trying to throw it in the double coverage. Let him do
I
that.
like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews down.
Why did I do that?
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 43. 23
What's up?
yards to pick up there. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Now the offense moving quickly to the line.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
Like, what the?
Wind up getting 4 down to the
It's a big
36.
old D lineman. Like, that makes
So
0
where did that
sense.
running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And
It's going to have to be a minute.
down to the 23-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. But once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Truly, Joseph, you gotta be
That time, it's
stupid.
incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he fins him off.
Oh my God.
Back in here to the 8-yard line. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing is Jackson.
Like, he's not even close.
Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
I mean, I'm in the third quarter. It's live. I can't really leave, so
Touchdown.
I mean, maybe 10 minutes.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
I'm trying. I don't know. I didn't know we were having a family meeting.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Oh my God.
Complete on the deep ball.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him.
Fuck, I'm gonna lose
The
it.
option like this.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away, and the incomplete.
You have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make them ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Like, what? That makes 0 sense. That just makes no sense. He just doesn't fumble.
They will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. On the option right is Jackson. Down the right sideline. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. They'll run with Mitchell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll buy some time right. Just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. Mitchell, no gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Open man right side is St. Brown. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. Now 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. A little short pass here taken in by LaFleur. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Sleep over?
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Travis Jones makes a tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason.
Like, bro, you gotta hit that.
Times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Detroit.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 5.
Jacobs going to try the middle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere for the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And the Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they head to the sideline to talk over what to do next. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. This to perhaps salt this one away. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
It's a 10-yard loss.
Now Lamar changing the look.
At the 10-yard line.
Jackson.
Oh, light him up!
Passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Throwing, Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Detroit, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.